You're listening to Girls I Rate on the Beat London. I'm Chinx, and I'm joined with the lovely Denyque. How are you, Denyque?
I'm good. How you doing, mommy?
I'm good. What time is it over there in Jamaica?
It is approximately 1:10 p.m.
1:10. Okay. That's like what, 7 hours back, I think?
Yeah, just about.
Because around here is like 7:08.
Oh.
So it's quite late. But yeah, cool. Before we get into anything, we are going to play your song, Champion. So let's get into that. Cool. And then we cut from there. Cool.
Right.
So, Denyque, tell us about your musical journey. How did you start?
Oh Lord, gotta go all the way back there.
Yeah. What age did you start? Like, what age did you think? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do music.
I started music in my first year in college. I was 18. But I never really started doing any major work till I was like 20, 21.
Cool.
And then things just kind of took off. I was managed by Jade Lee at the time. I worked with Jeremy Harding. I worked with Sean Paul, Cashflow Records in Jamaica, and just a bunch of other really, really great producers here. And then everything was going great. And then in like 2016, I did a song with Good Productions. It was really cool. It was called Proud Wifey. And then I took a break.
Okay.
Became a mommy. Got married.
Yeah.
And and then after my daughter was born, my second child, I decided to come back into music.
Cool. And what was your biggest hit? Like, what made everybody know who you was? Like, what was that?
In the beginning, to start, the first song that really kind of put me out there was Summer Love. Once the sun goes down, Summer Love. It's always gonna be down. And then, I had some smaller hits. After that, I had Hooked on Me, I had Supergirl, and then when I did Make Me Believe You, everybody started going crazy again. Make me believe you, lie, make me believe you. And then, I had some other songs in between. Did a remix with Make Me Believe You with Konshen. Big up Konshen.
Yes. How was that as well? How did that even get about?
Konshen is such a cool guy, so easy to work with, and literally Steven and I told him, we want you to jump on the remix, and he sent us his verse in probably like an hour. Like, he was just ready and to go. So that was easy and to the point. And then what happened after that, I had some more songs, worked with a whole bunch of producers, and then it wasn't until Proud Wifey, because Proud Wifey sounded so different from anything else I'd done.
Okay.
So tuned in as well. That was produced by Good Productions. And then took my break and then came back in. And when I came back in, I came back with We Messing With the Same Damn Boy.
That was a banger. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I play that sometimes in my set because I DJ, so I play that on my set where everybody's like, whoa, the girls like, whoa, like, it's crazy. Yeah, that's a proper tune. But obviously I noticed you've been releasing music from what, early 2000?
No, like 2010.
2010, and obviously you basically brought out a couple of EPs and stuff. So what are your goals in music? Because obviously you don't want to stick to dance. Obviously I noticed that you dipped into the R&B genre and stuff like that.
Well, my goal in music is honestly to just be my very best. I'm a superstar, and I just want to see that through. So I'm gonna put in the work, transitioning, and R&B is my baby. Like, I love R&B so much. Exhausting. I just go into this zone whenever I hear R&B, man. I dancehall music too. But like I said, my ultimate goal in music is to just be really, really, like, to reach the pinnacle of success, like to just do the music that I love doing and have people love that too. And, have people be able to relate to me, relate to my songs. And, and then music is just going to be my platform to fulfill other goals, because I want to go into acting and I want to do TV and, just I just want to hone my brand to the best of its ability.
That's good. And the thing is, I was even going to ask you that as well, because I've seen some of your stuff on TikTok. Very funny. At one point, I was like, "Is this girl a comedian?" Like, I'm sure you dipped into that before, literally. Because I was so few of them. I was like, "Oh, but this girl's hilarious."
The only people that get to sit outside of me are my friends and family. So when I found Derek, I was just like, okay, my dude, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah. So what made you jump on TikTok actually? Because it's a big platform. So what made you think, okay, let me start doing TikTok?
Crazy. A couple of years ago, like I couldn't understand TikTok. Like when it just came out, I couldn't understand it at all. It was like it used to frustrate me figuring out how to record, how to make videos. So it wasn't until one day I was like, yo, I have to learn how to use this. Yeah. So I did it, and then I went through and I found the sounds, and I'm like, yo, these sounds are really cool. The first sound that I actually really loved was one from Lorena Pages. Yeah. And she's the Spanish lady who does this really, really funny stuff. So I started her, and then, I just kind of went through each day and just figured out sounds. And then the more I used it, the more I started to figure out stuff more. And it kind of just got to the point where now that I found Derek, it's like it's over for everybody else. It's like,
so how do you find the content and think? Because sometimes when I do TikTok, I cannot think of some content. So what made you think that,
to be honest with you, Chinx, like it was just after the first one I did, I went through Jason Banks. Shout out to Jason Banks. I went through his page and I'm like, okay, let me see what else I'm attracted to here, because I don't think all of them are funny. I think some of them are really just okay. So it's really the ones that I vibe with that I do. And then on my For You page, sometimes, some random stuff will just pop up and I'll like it and I'll save it for later. So yeah.
That's good though. Continue to do it because it's funny. It's funny. It's hilarious. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in movies and some comedian shows, because you got the personality, you got the image. So yeah. So also my next question is that what's the challenges you faced as a woman in the music industry, and how do you overcome them?
For me, all of I everything comes from inside. So my confidence starts from inside. So my power starts from inside. My securities start from inside. So no outside forces can really shake me, because I'm doing the self-work. I've been doing the self-work for years, and I still continue to do it, because you can never learn. You never ever stop learning. There are challenges, but I don't think on them, because I feel like when you focus on something, it kind of becomes you. And I don't want that. So for every negative that hits me, or for every that I come up on, I try my very, very hardest to just focus on the positive. Okay, what can I learn from this? Because I feel like that's the only way you're going to learn and not make the same mistake again, or not have something like that reach you again. Like I've had stuff where I've gone on stage and engineers have turned on my microphone, and I had to do my set a cappella, things like that. When I was much younger, when that used to happen to me, it used to get me upset and used to get me sad and distressed, and I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with these people? What have I done? I don't deserve this. But now I'm in a space where it's like, oh, and that you do? No problem. I'm gonna run the show without a microphone. Because I realize that when people do shit like that, it has nothing to do with me. It's them. Like the problem is within them, and now they're trying to project it onto me, but it's not gonna work. Like my favorite thing to do is to show people like, oh, you thought you were gonna stop me. Oh, sorry, not gonna happen.
And obviously I know you've been doing bare things in Jamaica, and I've noticed as well you was on stage with Nicki Minaj at the Reggae Summerfest.
2000, that's so long ago. I think that was like 2013 or 2015, one of those years.
How was that?
I mean, technically I wasn't on stage with her. I performed right before her, but it was nice it was nice to be performing on the night that she was performing. That was pretty dope.
Did you actually meet her as well, or was that you didn't get to meet her?
No.
Oh gosh. But would you like to, have you met her before or anything like that?
Never. She's on my wish list though. I love her.
So is that the next person you want to collab with, or?
One of them.
Yeah.
Definitely one of them.
Definitely. But obviously right now, I think obviously she's come back to music slowly, because she did take a break as well. So I think that will be good for you. And also as well, you've won a few awards and stuff like that. So
long ago.
But what's your biggest achievement actually? What's the, you know, because I know you've got so many.
Like tangible. So I mean, I guess the biggest tangible achievement I received was when I got Best New Artist. That was huge for me because one, I love, yeah, of course, we all love to be, for want of a better word, repaid for the work that we do. But I love what I do so much, like I don't focus on that. So a lot of times these things catch me off guard. It's like, oh me, you know me. But actually, that's not the biggest. Well, yeah, that's the biggest tangible one. Like that's something that you can feel. But honestly, Chinx, the biggest one for me, like this was a personal thing for me because I remember when Complex Magazine named me
The top sexiest girl.
I'm like, me? What are you talking about? Like, yo, I'm a tomboy to the T. I did not start becoming a girly girl till I was in my 20s.
Wow.
You know, and this magazine is like, oh, top 20, one of the top 25 sexiest females. What? Are you blind?
And what year was that? What was back in?
That was like 2012.
12, yeah.
2012, one of those years. But that was a big personal achievement for me because that was like, okay, all right, so this girly girl thing is kind of working. Okay, no problem.
And that's good. So, you know, not only in like, you know, the dancehall scene, because obviously we need to talk about how it is when it comes to, you know, in the dancehall scene. And obviously a lot of people say that in the dancehall scene it's like very sexualized and stuff like that. And I also saw a clip from Spice and her current partner, and he was basically saying that, you know, he doesn't like her winding up herself up on stage and, you know, performing sexually. So what's your opinion on that? Because I believe that's part of our culture. We express ourselves by that. So what's your opinion?
People need to stop putting things on things where they don't necessarily belong. So sex is not just in dancehall culture. Look at R&B, look at pop.
Yeah.
Everything is sexualized. I think sexualization comes from within. Like, it depends on how sexy a woman feels. Like, if a woman, like, I know when I feel sexy, I'm showing out.
That's true.
They're not care who vex. I don't care up in their feelings. I feel good about myself right now. I feel like I look good, and I'm gonna show out. So yeah, let's stop sexualizing dancehall because dancehall is not the only genre of music that's sexy.
That's it. I agree, because even before dancehall, there was other genres like you mentioned that's been doing that before. So I don't understand why, you know, it's
dancehall is just so out there with it. I don't know.
That's it. We're so raw with it. We don't care. That's just how we express it.
Like, yo, just stop, man. Like, and then and another thing too, I know a lot of times people on a whole will fall, you know, into that premise where, you know, people will say, oh, you know, you're doing too much or you're being too sexy. Like, no, I'm not. So, you know, I want to, those girls or those guys that feel like they need to draw back when somebody tells them that, don't feel good about yourself. Feel good about yourself and show that you feel good about yourself. Don't allow other people to tell you that, oh, you're doing too much. No, you're not doing enough.
Literally, it's true. And you know, like, obviously working in Jamaica, what's the experience like that? Like, especially like with the men, how are they more welcoming? Do they want to collab with you? How is that in the industry?
Yes, one thing about that well, my journey in dancehall music locally, everybody, like, I've never been in a situation where somebody has reached out to me for a collaboration and it's not out of goodwill or not something that they really, really wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's good vibes here. It's good vibes all the time.
That's good. So what's coming up with you next? What are we expecting from you?
Big things. The Champion music video is going to be dropping really soon. That's produced by the home team, Good Productions. Big up Zoom, big up Sasha. Okay. And of course, you know, lots more content. You know, if you want to stay tuned, you can stay tuned at the Denyque, TheDnyque. We're working on my album right now. That's going to be dropping next year, 2022. So you guys can look out for that. And I'm going to be celebrating all year here. So yeah, just big things. My video for Pretty, produced by Emudo, is out right now, and just a whole lot more greatness. I'm excited. I'm really excited about what's to come.
And I'm excited for you. I cannot wait for these things come in as well. I can imagine It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But Denyque, thank you so much for allowing me to interview today.
Thank
And
you.
it's been amazing talking to you, literally. So yeah,
Thank
cool.
Locked into Girls Irate.